rather than conventional power system. So for me, power system problems are rather computational problems, right? For me, vehicle mobility is rather an electrical field than a mechanical. Otherwise, conventionally, 120 years, automobile is a mechanical core domain. But today I differ. It is, I will say, automobile is a computer domain. Who talks about those complex algorithms? I mean, when the Tesla's car
Cybertruck.
Tesla started the electric car. Someone quoted that it's a data center on wheels. Try to understand. Data center on wheels, that much code and that much digital hardware resides in that car so as to make it driverless and such a performance to deliver. I mean, emerging fields are in every domain because research and development happens on the intersections of the fields. Where the biology is intersecting the technology, today if you look closely, where the world is moving, which technologies are emerging, where engineering, I mean, if you look at broadly, engineering is going closer to the nature biology. And that's the perhaps reason why smart people have started teaching biology in curriculum and in engineering. Because clearly engineering is great. What is AI? Isn't it a step in that direction?
Another very common doubt which students have is what are the factors one should consider while they're selecting a college?
Yeah, I think in our society that confusion is quite great because there is a lesser freedom to a learner to decide on. What your parents suggest, what your brother suggests, what your friends are doing are the influencing factor, right? Yes. Rather than your own perception towards the education. I mean that is the
Peer pressure.
that is peer pressure. Yes. What others are doing. कॉलोनी में उसने ये किया इसने ये किया या इसलिए मुझे ये करना है. So I understand कि this is a confusion, and that confusion there is it has become more complex due to the several options nowadays. So many engineering colleges, just like on the western line itself we have 2 dozen engineering colleges.
Yes,
तो ये अच्छा है क्या, वो अच्छा है, वो ये लेना चाहिए, वो लेना चाहिए. अच्छा, not only that, there are so many branches. I know few colleges who are offering 14 disciplines of engineering. 7 disciplines in only computer engineering. Computer engineering, computer science and engineering, right? Computer engineering with AI,
With the
AIML, data science, security, blockchain and security. I mean, you name a combination, just like to give an analogy, sometimes I feel that like you go to some restaurant which offers Punjabi dishes, paneer is everywhere. Matar paneer, paneer gobi, everywhere. You start reading the menu from first to last, it's paneer plus something.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, unfortunately, Indian education, in particular engineering education, has become that paneer wala story, computer and something, which is very dangerous, right? Check whether you are looking, you have long perspective or not. Are you talking in terms of 10 years, 15 years, or are you serious about a career of 40 years and 50 years? Longevity is increasing. Average age of the world is increasing. Average age of the country is increasing. At the independence, this country had a different average age. Today it is different. It is above 70.
Yes, sir.
With your generation, it will touch 80. You are going to work Spurti for 60 years in the life. You are a marathon player because you will have to work 60 years. Have that perspective, and for such a long duration, foundations are important. Broad the foundation, longer would be the journey. Who knows if tomorrow AI will has a tsunami coming. I mean, people have started talking about it. NVIDIA is no more. I mean,
Saturation can be reached.
15 days before NVIDIA slash, right?
Yeah.
Disruptions will come and narrow base will put you on the risk. So this is one important factor one should consider.
Yes.
Second factor, are you how serious you are about to become engineer? I mean, are you really interested to stay engineer? Check yourself. Or would you like to migrate to business education? But when you are going to migrate to the business education, why you are breaking your head and getting
Doing this
so
B.Tech
confused? Anyway, you are going to put another jacket. Why you are so bothered about the color of your shirt?
Yes,
My
sir.
simple question. If you are going to put a blazer, why you are so serious about a shirt's color? Ki this shade is better or that shade is better. Arey Baba, 4 years down the line, you are going to put another blazer. Right? So I would say, check yourself, and if you wish to be an engineer, then which branch is giving you enough opportunity, developing your analytical skills, right? Strong mathematics in the curriculum. These are important parameters for a player who is talking about the marathon. For someone who is saying, hey, I am a 200 meters runner, that stories are different, requirements are different. For someone who is committed to run 40 and 50 kilometers, his choices have to be different. So I would say, try to identify yourself. Look at the colleges around you. Don't put unnecessarily life in other stress, because in our society, unfortunately, life at different campus is very different.
Yes.
Only few.
Good morning, everybody. I request you to please put your mobiles on silent or flight mode. Respected Principal Sir, Dean Academics, Dean Administration, HOD Sir, all the teaching faculties, students, support staff, parents, and our freshers, a very warm good morning to everyone present. On behalf of Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, it is my great pleasure to welcome the first year students to our college and to this induction program. I'm sure you will discover that you have entered a lively, warm, and challenging community. Before we start the program, I would like to call upon Professor Soumya Vandit ma'am and students to please come forward to render the Saraswati Vandana.
Good morning, everyone. We'll be starting with the Ganesh Vandana. Okay. Please join your hands and close your eyes. Om Vakratund Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Ya Kundendu Tusharhar Dhavala Ya Shubhravasत्राvrita Ya Veena Vardand Mandit Kara Ya Shwet Padmasana Ya Brahmachit Shankara Prabhritibhir Devai Sada Vandita Sama Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesh Jadyapa. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I begin today's program by reading a quote by Anne Hathaway. College is such a unique time because you're learning a little bit how to be an adult. You're learning how to take care of yourself without parental influence, and you're exposed to so many great minds. I feel I didn't even know how to think until I got to college. I'm sure all of us will agree that college is a stepping stone to an entirely new world of explorations and opportunities, a place to learn and grow. Dear students, I wish to encourage you to go forth in a spirit of exploration and adventure. Experiment, take intellectual chances, and choose a course in a field you know nothing about. It may be scary or thrilling. That's what education and college is about. Our college, S.P.I.T, puts the students at the center of everything it does. Your experience here, your success is important to every member of staff who works here. Dear students, your arrival at S.P.I.T marks a new chapter in the story of your life. But this chapter is a bit different. The preceding chapters were largely written by others, your parents, guardians, family, teachers, etc. But now you will be the principal author of this chapter. You have the opportunity to determine the direction, the plot, and the tempo of your story. This can seem as daunting as it is exciting, as challenging as it is empowering. And you at S.P.I.T will have the opportunity to learn new things, acquire new knowledge, develop new skills, and enhance your personal attributes in profound ways that will equip you for a life after graduation. At the same time, you will make new friends. You'll become new friends for life with whom you will share memories of your college days for many years to come. A hearty welcome to all once again. Taking the event forward, I would like to welcome our Dean Principal Sir, Dean Academics, and Dean Administration and HOD Sir to please come on stage. Thank you, sirs. As we take the event forward, I would like to welcome the very pillar of this college, our principal, Dr. B.N. Chaudhary. Before I invite Sir, I would like to give a brief introduction about him. Sir has had a PhD in electrical engineering from IIT Mumbai and has a total experience of 33 years, of which 18 years as a professor. He has taken active participation in the transformation of COEP and has held several prominent positions, including Member Board of Governors, Deputy Director, Dean Academics, Dean Quality Assurance, HOD Electrical Engineering Department, Chief Rector, Professor in Charge, Chairman Electrical Works, etc. Sir has had 95 publications at various national, international journals and conferences to his credit. He has 6 patents filed, of which 1 was granted. The remaining are published. Sir has guided 5 PhDs and more than 25 dissertations under him. He has worked on several committees of state government, universities, AICTE, and UGC. Sir, I request you to please come forward and take the dais.
Good morning and welcome to Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, an institution of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, which is just not a trust, it's a culture by itself. It's a journey, holy journey, which started way back in 1938. Gandhiji's close associate, Kulpati Kanhayalal Munshiji, started Bharati Vidya Bhavan. Today we have over 350 plus institutions. We are pan-India trust. We have schools in each state of the country. Each capital we have schools. We have schools in Mumbai, we have schools in Nagpur, we have schools in Pune, in Maharashtra. Those who are from Pune, can you raise the hand? One, at least two persons. Okay, Nagpur, yeah. We have two schools at Nagpur and two schools in Pune. This campus is one of the biggest campus of Bharati Vidya Bhavan, which hosts 4 higher education institutions, namely Bhavans College, which offers science, commerce, art education, UG as well as PG, up to PhD, an autonomous institution. Then we have S.P. Jain Institute of Management and Research, Layer 1 management, private management institution of the country, just 10 feet away. We have Sardar Patel College of Engineering, which was started way back 62 years back, 1962. Sardar Patel College of Engineering, and people used to say in the western region there are 2 prominent colleges. One is VCT and second is SP. And S.P.I.T. we started in 1995. Actual physical college, I mean, as a separate institution, we were a separate institution in 2007, and now we are an autonomous institution. We became autonomous in 17 and empowered autonomous in 23, and you would be the part of this institution for next 4 years. Very important journey, right? My apologies, due to some technical hinges, technical issues, the program could not start on a time. So be prepared. Probably HOD has purposefully given you a training in a technical college. Sometimes technical problems will come, right? This mic also hasn't, that collar mic also couldn't work. So be prepared for that. Don't expect, in a technical institutions, accept that there would be technical issues. Joke apart, my sincere apologies to you and the parents who are waiting, who are in the other hall, who are listening to me. We should have taken some care, enough care, prior to the function, but 4 days holidays prior to this, probably we couldn't get a time. Anyway, are you happy? Are you excited? Good. During admission, last week we saw in the admission process, in the same hall, students were sitting and they were worried. क्या मिलेगा, ये ब्रांच मिलेगी या वो ब्रांच मिलेगी, ये कॉलेज मिलेगा या वो कॉलेज मिलेगा, right? All those things have gone. Very simple law. If you have many options, you are more confused. That's why ladies take more than 2 hours to buy a sari in a sari shop, isn't it? Normally that happens. You Hemant, how much time you take to pick up a shirt? 10 minutes. And madam?
More than 2 hours.
More than 2 hours, right? Because there are many options, many colors, many types. This silk, that silk, right? You have more options, you have more confusion, and I think that is the phase you all have gone. And now, after 15 September, everything is settled. You accepted a college, you accepted a branch. Once you have done that, start loving that, right? Many things in the life, you don't get what you expect. Nonetheless, once you are landed into, you should start loving it. This is the story of most of us. We are all, your love marriage or arrange?
Arrange.
How about you?
Love.
Oh,
Arrange marriage.
arrange. Arrange with love. Huh. So most of us had a arranged marriage with a 5 minutes or 10 minutes interaction, maybe half an hour if you are lucky, you were lucky. But we started loving the spouses after the marriage, and and we are happy couple. He's confirming that, right? How about you?
I already said.
Yeah, he already said. So, whatever branch you had taken, you are in CSC because you couldn't get C. You are in ENTC because you couldn't get C or CSC. Don't bother. Whatever, start loving your branch. Do it passionately. You will be successful. You will be happy. Because someone says, if you start loving the work doesn't remain a work. हमें स्टडीज का स्ट्रेस क्यों आता है जब अंदर से प्यार नहीं है, फोर्सफुली करते हैं, किसी 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 चीज के लिए या किसी कुछ पाने के लिए करते हैं, दैट स्ट्रेस गेट्स डेवलप. बट just like a musician or just like a singer loves his job, right? He doesn't feel कि अरे क्या रोज रोज का रियाज करना पड़ता है. Have you ever seen a Kohli complaining or some Virat complaining or someone complaining कि अरे ये क्या है रोज रोज खेलना पड़ता है, सवेरे सवेरे जाओ मैदान में जाओ रोज रोज क्रिकेट खेलो? नो. Why? They love. This doesn't happen with any game because you are into that game. Okay, that is a part of your life. This doesn't happen with the artist, dancer, singer. If you go and sing tomorrow, many of you would be surely a singer, and if you sing on this platform and your audience says once more, you won't say, "Arey kya baba, मैं पागल हूँ क्या? Double क्यों करूँ? I won't." None of you. Rather, you will be excited to repeat the performance. Okay? If we train our mind, okay, now I want to make a career in this domain. I want to be a good engineer, right? Let me be the expert in the chosen field or the given field. May not be chosen in the few cases. The field you got, I guarantee you the success, right? Don't bother about the computer science you couldn't get and you are in ENTC, probably you are more lucky. I'm making this statement very cautiously because this country has different is planning something great. If you had tracked the news for last 1 month, our Prime Minister is moving in different countries, talking to people. We are trying to make India as a semiconductor manufacturing hub which has not happened in last 30 years. When I was student like you, there were many electronics companies. Maharashtra had Meltron, Karnataka had Keltron. In Aurangabad, Videocon was making TVs. There was Bharat Electronics. There were many companies, but for whatever reason, 30 years, we lost manufacturing almost to the China. And we stopped manufacturing anything. Thankfully, the country has realized this mistake. And now we are talking about making ICs. Country is poised to invest 85,000 crore rupees in next 5 years. Prime Minister has already laid the foundation of 2 fabs in Gujarat. Right? Third is probably will come near Pune. We are talking to Israel, we are talking to Taiwan, we are talking to US. Prime Minister is visiting US and has a plans. He has scheduled all his meetings with all VLSI top brass in US, maybe this week or next week. Okay? Country is poised to step into the 5G. It has already stepped in, and we're talking about 6G. The communication has made revolution in this country, and India is showing world a way how a digital revolution can happen, even at the bottom of the pyramid. When a street vendor is accepting your digital payment of maybe 2 rupees, it's not happening in a developed world. It's not happening in US, it's not happening in Canada. It's happening here, right? So all this, I'm clearly seeing enough opportunities to the 2 technologies in days to come, and precisely this college is about only those 2 technologies. One is computing and another is communicating. So this college, which is a bifocus, talks only about computing and communication. Computing means CS related, communication means electronics and communication, right? We have identified what technologies are driving the world, accelerating the world in last 3-4 decades. We realize these are the 2 technologies. These are the front horses that is pulling the world economy. And that's why we have precisely identified these two domains. We shall not expand in any other domain. We will, days to come, we'll go deeper in these 2 technologies, right? Therefore, those who are ENTC, how many of you? Hands up. Okay? You have great future, don't worry, right? Don't worry that you couldn't get computer engineering or something. There is a great future to you. This year, our ENTC students have stepped in the best places of the world. Someone has gone to the ETS Switzerland. Someone has gone to the UCLA, University of California at San Diego. Our 4 or 5 students have gone to the top 20 universities of the world. They are mostly from electronics and telecommunication. Our students are going to the research internships, again mostly from electronics and telecommunication. 40 students had gone to the IIT Bombay for research internship. Almost 10 students have gone to IIT Patna. Days to come, more and more students will go for the research internship. So, from previous year, we have also started offering a minor programs. Till last year, it was optional thing. Now you have a mandatory minor. So each one of you will study one additional program along with a chosen branch. Suppose you are you are enrolled in a BTech C. Along with that, you will have to do a minor in some different domain, right? So it's mandatory. Surely the Dean Academics will tell you more about details about the academics. But the salient feature of our academics are we have a lighter curriculum. It's multicolor. We have introduced flexibility to the best possible level. 40% credits students select. We do not say take this course or that course. Those are in the form of electives, right? And your elective selection begins right from the first year. Today itself you will select your elective courses, right? Right from first year to the final year, you will have at multiple places you will select the courses to study. For resources, constraint of the resources, we cannot offer really a choice-based credit system like a developed world. But to the best possible level, we have made a curriculum flexible. 40% credits, students select, 55 to 60% credit, there is a compulsory part. You can select to go for a research internship or industry internship. Choices are yours. As a student, you may decide to pursue a research and undergo a research internship at a third year. Or you can say, no, I'm not a research type of person. I would like to go in industry and begin an industrial career immediately. That choice is also student's choice. You can select a minor, technical or even non-technical minor. You can take a minor in economics, right? You can take a minor in finance. You can take minor in different domains. We shall try to give you as many minors as possible, right? Besides that, we have humanities as a mandatory course, and we have very activity-based learning. We call it as a liberal learning courses. They are mostly activity-based. Some physical activities, sports, etc. Some painting, trekking, etc. And it's a sort of fun as well as earning the credit. If you look at those courses, you will be amazed. We offer more than 25 courses every semester, and students select. We do not impose. And courses range from foundation of Bhagavad Gita to my body, my responsibility, cooking to the trekking, right? Playing or working with the NGO. All those details will be given to you by the Dean Academics. So in a nutshell, I guarantee you a wonderful academic curriculum. Unique. If you compare our curriculum, even with the centrally funded institutions, you shall find some uniqueness at S.P.I.T. So enjoy that. As this is my address, I would like to give you, some suggestions as an experienced person, because based on my observation and whatever I learn, whatever I observe, you are very empowered generation. You are Gen Z. They call Gen Z. You are Gen Z, right? Gen Zs are very empowered because technology has made world equal. Sit, you guys, 300, 200 guys sitting in this place, or some 200 guys sitting at Boston, there is hardly a difference. because you carry the same smartphones. You are connected to the world. You have connectivity. You can access what the same students, those students can access this, right? So world has become equal. The laptop you will have or you have is no way different than the laptop your US counterparts have. Same HP or Apple, right? Same processor, same memory, same computational power. The books you get in Indian market are no different than the books they will have. Rather, there is a big difference. For a particular book, if it costs only 500 rupees in Indian market, it costs 8,000 rupees in US. Because there is a special price for India, Pakistan, Nepal, thanks to the McGraw-Hill or Pearson. Our Indian publishers have made deals with those foreign publishers, and they are offering world-class titles at throwaway prices. The same book is costly, little costly for a US student, but for you it is at 400 rupees, 500 rupees, 600 rupees. One-time lunch. Nowadays a veg lunch costs 500 rupees, right? So world-class books, same computation, same connectivity, same access to all information. Same empowerment I see. So what is available here is available, what is available at Boston or what is available at Oxford is also available to you. Never this happened in the history of mankind. Thanks to the technology has made the world flat and realize the power. Realize you may not have stepped into IIT Mumbai, but if you decide and ignite that fire in the belly, you can still be superior to the IIT Bombay graduate. Because you can learn from Harvard, you can learn from Stanford, you can learn from Bombay, you can learn from Kanpur. What's your name? Ishita. Are you aware as a first year student? You have so many choices. For example, there is a course, applied mechanics. Now whether probably Hemant or Patil will teach you. But if you are not comfortable with their teaching, then at least 5 different courses are available to you from 5 different IITs. It is you to choose the teacher. And that will happen almost at no cost. Sitting in your bedroom, or you will just, and in no time you will just be in a classroom of IIT Kanpur. Realize this power. Just type something and you will have 10 books, all 10 world-class books. Word was not like this 20, 30 years back. When I was student like you, word was definitely not like this. To get information, we had no choice than to go to library, pick up a book, and start writing, because even Xerox was not affordable. Right? Realize this empowerment and try to give maximum. Fire all your engines. Whatever best you can do, because this is the golden time, right? Opportunities are rising in the country. They will keep coming. People are bothered. People are not getting jobs. Along with you, 1.5 million engineering student, 1.5 million students have stepped into the engineering program. It's true. Along with you, 5 lakhs computer engineers this country will produce in 2028. Keep that in mind. You will graduate along with 5 lakhs computer engineer 4 years down the line. You will graduate along with 1.5 lakhs ENTC engineers 4 years down the line. Right? So there is a competition. But someone has said, there is loneliness at the top. Okay? Crowds are at the bottom, and there is a loneliness at the top. If you give your maximum, you have all that potential. Only thing you need to work to the best of your abilities. You represent an excellent class. You are 1% of Maharashtra. There is no doubt about your capability. You are as good as top students in the world at any place. Okay? So, please remember, college will provide, college like us provides only the opportunity to get the benefits. To carve the career is rather your own responsibility. We shall just vector you. We shall try to be catalyst in this process. Journey is yours. Okay? So don't step into that mentality. अरे CT में बहुत पढ़ लिया, JEE में बहुत पढ़ लिया, आप relax करेंगे. No, there is no relax. There is no relaxing feels. Don't take stress, but we need to walk. And you generation has to prepare for this for a long time because you are going to work next 60 years. One side I was saying, I told you, you are very lucky, empowered generation. The other side, on the other hand, I would also caution you, you are in a disruptive world. You are not allowed to relax because continuous disruptions are happening. World is changing fast, and the pace at which it's changing is also changing. It's just not D by dx. It's dn by dxn. It's just not about the change. It's also about the pace at which that change is happening. Look around you, so many disruptions. In engineering and technology, those will happen. Those will keep happening. Technologies tomorrow will be very different. 20 years back, we couldn't imagine what would be the technologies 20 years down the line. Similarly, we can't tell you what would be the technologies and the fields emerging in 2035 or 2040. And in such a disruptive world, the only mantra to survive is self-learning. Okay? You were in the schools. School education is different and higher education is different. Please train your mind to self-learn. The moment you embed this ability of self-learning, then disruptions won't matter. Let those come on every walk of every step in your life. You will face those confidently. Okay? Come out from that mindset of studying for the examinations. Right? Numbers are important, and you have given importance to those numbers. That's why you are here. I know that fact. But here onward, give some importance to understanding, making your foundations clear, because foundations are very important. And I have noticed that whether it is a undergraduate placement or a faculty interview or even a professor's interview or a PhD selection in IIT, people come back to the fundamentals. So understanding keep a focus on understanding the concept, right? Ask the doubt. Unfortunately, we do not ask doubts. See, you are paying us tuitions. 1.96 tuition fee. It is your right to learn. If lecture is not happening, right? If some lecture doesn't take place, it is loss, financial loss to you, not only academic loss. Be concerned about that. If you are not understanding some concept, raise the hand and ask. I'm sure all my teachers would try it, will repeat, okay, to your satisfaction. Learning is your right. We have a continuous evaluation. Give importance to each examination. Give importance to each assignment, because they are for you, right? That will help you. We have a code of conduct. The student affairs would give you details about that. Please go through that. I assure you a joyful learning for next 4 years. On the behalf of all my faculty and staff, I assure you a student-friendly environment, but student-friendly doesn't mean very open. Yes, we are student-friendly, but faculty-driven. It will be driven by faculty, friendly to the students. We know we have some values, principles. We know who is most important stakeholder of the institution. Institutions are for students. And that's why you will be the principal important stakeholder of this institution, right? So we have student first policy. Student at center on each student at the center for each event, or each policy. So we have a policy, student first, but faculty always, because faculty is a lifelong stakeholder of the institution, right? I wish you a very enjoyable, fulfilling 4 years, challenging as well, challenging 4 years, right? Enjoy the studies. Fortunately, my cabin is at the entry only. Step in any time you want. Should you have any problem, feel free to come to my office anytime, because it is at entry, right? You need not look at a principal where he sits. He sits at the door, right? So very strategically located principal, right? I don't know, but wonderful. So, uh, again, on the behalf of entire all faculty, staff, board of the Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, stakeholders of the institution, I welcome you all uh, to the S.P.I.T, and I wish these 4 years will be a memorable journey, be a memorial journey to you for very successful careers. All the best. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a lively and joyful inaugural message. Thank you also for sharing your wisdom and expertise with us. Indeed, it is our pleasure to be mentored and guided by Sir. Dear students, I hope you have taken down the takeaways of this session. I could point out 4 takeaways. First is be uh, punctual, practice, hard work, and the last one, be passionate, right? You're exploring a new journey, so be passionate about it. I hope you cherish all these life lessons for your future endeavors. Going ahead, I would like to now invite our Dean of Academics and R&D, Dr. Y.S. Rao, to please come on stage.
Good morning and welcome, and hearty congratulations. This is the first day of your engineering, and let me also congratulate you of choosing engineering as a career. One commonality is this is 2024-25 batch, so you will be passing out in 28. I will be retiring on 28. Great. Yeah, so actually, I still feel I have learned nothing, frankly speaking. I still feel today that I learned nothing. If I listen to Dr. Chaudhary sir, if I listen to some of the professors, my own professors, I think I should born again, learn engineering. Nothing we learn, right? And you are fortunate that you are now belongs to Bhavan's family. We should thank to Munshi ji, he thought of, right, 70, 80 years back, providing this beautiful campus. In Mumbai, there are only 2 campuses. One is IIT Bombay, other is Bhavan's. 50 acres of land, and you have all those facilities. This campus is having, all autonomous institutes, no duplication. We complement each other. S.P. Jain Institute of Management, which is a management institute, India's top 5 rated institutes. Sardar Patel College of Engineering, like Chaudhary sir has mentioned, is an engineering college started in 1960s. We are technology. Please understand the difference. There is a difference between technology and engineering. So we belong to circuit branches. So there is no actually difference between these branches within S.P.I.T. Tomorrow I have a long session. We will discuss about those things, that how we have designed our own curriculum. So, and like we keep on saying, right, these computer science, engineering, all allied branches, right? Sir also has recorded his session more than 1.5 hours. I appeal, actually it's in public domain, right? It's there in YouTube. Listen carefully. I already met at least 20% of these students during the admissions. But then I'm doubtful how many of you have fully understood what sir is conveying you. So he is the senior most professor in Maharashtra. First you need to understand. 1990s PhD from IIT Bombay, where in 1990s in Maharashtra there is no computer branch. There is no electronics. It's only electrical branch. When he is conveying, right, that understand the difference between these branches, I'm doubtful how many of you have actually understood what he is saying. Because in the first round itself, first 24 seats are not admitted. First 24 are shifted from the computer science to computer engineering. That means you have not understood anything. You still have the mindset of, I don't know from where these concepts has come from, that, right, computer science and engineering, or the other allied branches, there is a difference. But there is no point in blaming the customer, right? Why should we blame the customer? We only confused you. Like sir is mentioning, why we have provided so many branches, so many variations, just to confuse you, isn't it? Actually, there will be only one computer branch, if at all, if there is a need, and one electronics branch, that's all. But since variations are there, you are confused. Anyhow, now you are at S.P.I.T. We have only two branches, computer and electronics and telecommunication. No other branch is there, okay? So I think I'm overlapping with other sessions, so we will have wide discussion. I have made a lot of presentations for you. We will discuss more about it. Quickly about the academics. First is about the culture. S.P.I.T, started in 1996. So almost 25 batches are passed out. When people are joining S.P.I.T, now you think yourself, do we have a great infrastructure, great faculty, or whatever? Like every other institute having that infrastructure is there, everything is there. No, it's not something different. But probably it is something unique which is attracting the student. Otherwise, why the closing percentage is 99.5? And within Maharashtra, like sir has mentioned, top 1% students are admitted here. So that is the kind of input we are having. But then when you passed out, you should not look at yourself with the substandard institutes or the rural places of the students, okay? You are different. Your expectations are different. The people who are coming here for the placements, the kind of expectations are different. The learning, the kind of learning sir has mentioned, it's not that learning happens only in the classroom. Learning happens beyond class hours. The number of credits are actually reduced. Earlier it used to be 200 credits. Now you are hardly having 160 credits. What is the purpose of reducing the credits? Beyond classroom, you should learn. After 4 o'clock, what do you do is important for us. College is open, I am telling you, till 12 o'clock in the night. If you want to study here, the classrooms are open, the laboratories are open. Some extent library is also open for maybe up to 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Saturday, Sundays, weekends, vacation, you can come here, you can make use of these facilities. That is something unique. After IIT Bombay, this is the only college where the laboratories are open 24 by 7 for the students. I challenge you. We are not 9 to 5. This is 24 by 7. So you have to make a difference. You have to make a difference. Like otherwise it is really, really worrisome that whatever is the branch you have chosen, sir has mentioned, 5 lakh students are to be graduated by the time you passed out. We are not here for creating the labor. You are a creator, you are a designer, you are a developer. With that kind of a mindset, because you are already bright student, every single student at S.P.I.T joined without paying any donation. You all joined by merit. You are meritorious students. Absolutely there is no difference. All of you are same. But the moment when you pass out, unfortunately, some percentage of the students are not doing well. Some percent of the students will settle down. This is happening at IIT also. At IIT, India's top 1% students are joining at IIT. How many students are giving entrance exams? 12 lakh students are giving entrance exam. How many students are actually placed? Hardly 1500 students are placed. And there also, only top 100 students are at IIT Bombay. Isn't it? So hardly in India's top 60% students are there in computer science department of IIT Bombay. Then why all 60 students are not placed in the same company what others are placed? The topmost fellow is placed, topmost fellow is offered. Unfortunately, you will surprised to see that even in IIT, some students are not placed, if you see this year. That means when they join, all of them are at equal level, but then slowly they settle down. So please understand, it's not, see, brand value will be there. By brand value, probably companies will give you an opportunity to give the interviews. But then finally, it is the performance. You have to make a difference. But the same thing is happening in the IITs also. People will settle down. Don't think that by the name of the branch, computer branch, by the name of the institute, you will be get the placement, or you may be get the placement, but I am doubtful what kind of placements you are expecting and what kind of placements you will get might not be same. Isn't it? That's the problem. So do not settle down yourself that, oh, I got the so-and-so branch, I got in so-and-so institute, that I am done. No, it is just beginning. Unfortunately, 2 months are already gone. This is the problem we are creating in the country. You passed in somewhere in March and you are getting admission somewhere in end of, beginning of the November. And vacation, all, now you will start pressures party and all that stuff. where, where is the time for education? I'm doubtful. There is no time. So please be serious. What we expect is academics by default has to be done, but beyond that you have to do a lot of activities. Your profile should speak by the time you reach to final year, or whatever we are talking about, those opportunities in terms of research opportunities, in terms of placement opportunities, in terms of the higher education. These are all opportunities will be there only because of your profile, not by grades. Grades is only qualification. Whatever that 7 point, 8 point, whatever you're talking, just a qualification. But after that, your profile will speak. You have to build your profile. And that doesn't happen all of a sudden. It doesn't happen suddenly, no. Then third year, final year, there is a placements that you have to apply. Then from where, how will you build the profile? That has to start from the first year. And maximum learning happens in first year and second year. After that, you do not have even breathing time because you have to plan for your career. Okay, enjoy yourself, but like Sadhguru always says that, do not study for hard and all that stuff. enjoy, like Sarah also mentioned, enjoy your education. Okay. Thank you and congratulations. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. And students, I hope you're paying attention to all the messages and learning lessons that you're getting. Since we are short of time, I would just quickly invite our HOD of Applied Sciences, Mathematics and Humanities Department, Dr. D.M. Patil, to say a few words.
Good morning, all. First of all, warm welcome to S.P.I.T family, and I congratulate you getting admission in S.P.I.T and getting a higher score in C.E.T. So you will come across. You will come across the department, our department first, that is Applied Science, Mathematics and Humanities. So if you have any problem, concerns, anytime you can contact me. As we are shortage of time, I will just give you the message that you have to remember 4 Ds in the life to be successful. That is, first is decision which already you took to be a S.P.I.T family. And then after that you should have your own determination, okay? And then devotion, and the most important is discipline. You have to be disciplined in the life. Without discipline, all 3 Ds are useless. So be disciplined in the life, work hard. We are already committed. We'll put all 100% from our side. We have well experienced and high-tech well-equipped laboratories and highly qualified faculties. So we are already committed. Now it is your commitment required. So you should also give 100%. So we all together will walk in the life and will again create a big brand as a S.P.I.T. Already S.P.I.T is a brand, and brand does not come in one day or one night. It is the effort of all students, faculties, and over a years, and staff and management policies. So enjoy the life as a S.P.I.T family. So once again, I congratulate and welcome you all in our family.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words and welcoming words. With this, we finish with our first.
I wish to just share a very interesting statistics. You are a batch of 551 students. This year we have admitted 551 students, though the official intake is 480. Some extra quotas, I mean tuition fee waivers, Prime Minister scheme, Jammu Kashmir scheme, PMSS, additional students get in. I mean, we have, so you are a batch of 551 students. And out of 36 districts of Maharashtra, you are from 30 different districts, right? Right from Gondia to Solapur to Kolhapur, right? There are students from Nagar, Akola, Amravati, Beed, Buldhana, Chandrapur, Chhatrapati, Sambhajinagar, Dhulia, Jalgaon, Jalna, Kolhapur, Latur. I mean, I'm so happy to see, I mean, it's a pan Maharashtra. And there are students from J&K and few students from North India, right? Institution is mainly for Maharashtra, that's why we cannot admit OMS student, but through PMSS and all, some students are coming. So it's good to see that institute, I mean, it is a pan-Maharashtra institution, right? So make friends. I suggest Nagpur, someone from Nagpur Anyone from Nagpur? Okay, don't make partners from Vidarbha. Make partners from Kolhapur. Any Kolhapur? Okay? We tend to make search partners from our own district. My advice to you, okay, your partner should be at least 500 kilometers away from you. If you are from Nashik, take a partner from Solapur. If you are from Kolhapur, take a partner from Nagpur, right? Don't fall in that आपण जळगाव जळगाववालेच एकत्र बसू हां औरंगाबाद वालेच म्हणजे काय enjoy the diversity, and that will be a learning by itself. Okay, never sit on a bench of a known person. वर्गात जाताना नेहमी प्रत्येक वेळी अनोळखी मुलं शेजारी जा. This is how we need to develop. We need to take a lead in developing the relations. Right? As and when I will get opportunity, I will share my experiences with you. But I can't restrict myself because our dean has opened his remark by saying that I congratulate you for choosing engineering as a profession. You have laughed, I have also laughed. Right? But if you go little deep, a very significant meaning is attached to the statement. If you track the history of mankind, who has made the human society superior or rich? Why a particular section of a society at some time has become superior or wealthy or rich? It is the engineering mind of that society. Romans ruled for some time because they had good engineers at that time. Europeans ruled the world. Our Cholas also for 700 years ruled the eastern countries because they had superior naval engineers, shipbuilding, right? They had good weapons. Our own Cholas. India was great. हमें तो कहा जाता था सोने की चिड़िया नहीं क्या सोने की चिड़िया वाला देश गाना भी है ना कुछ all top 10 universities of the world were Indian universities, and not for 100 years 200 years, for 1800 years. 1800 साल दुनिया के पहले टॉप 10 यूनिवर्सिटीज ये भारतीय थे, because at that time, in that era, the innovators and engineering entrepreneurs were in India. They were researching out, innovating in each domain, each walk of life. And that's why India was at the apex, wealthiest society. Our GDP, it was estimated, our GDP was more than 40% of the world. From last 150 years, US is dominating because they produce world-class engineers. Entire world looks at कि मुझे US यूनिवर्सिटी में मिलना चाहिए एडमिशन, right? MIT, Berkeley, Princeton, Harvard, Stanford, John Hopkinson. Best places, they are producing best engineers, and that's why they are wealthy. Please remember, engineers make a society rich through their work, through the innovations. And today, it's more on innovation than a production. If you have more innovators, that society fastly becomes rich. And this country, in first time in last 1100 years or 1000 years, is dreaming to rise again. And the onus lies on you. The responsibility lies on you. If you succeed, country will succeed. And that was the reason why he congratulated you. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, sir, for again inspiring our students. And I hope students, you are paying attention to all the messages that are given by our senior faculties and mentors. With this, we come to an end to our first session. I sincerely thank Principal Sir, Dean Academics, Rao Sir, HOD, Dr. Patil Sir, and other faculties for giving their time for this first session. With this, we end our first session. I request students of CSE and EXTC to please be seated in the same room. And once the dignitaries exit, the CE students will proceed to room number 203. Thank you very much and a warm welcome once again to everyone. Thank you. CSE and EXTC students from room number 103 will also come to 008. And CE students from here will please proceed to room number 203 for the next session. Please follow a decorum and exit. Students from room number 203, 103 also are requested to come to room number 008. CSE and EXTC students from all these three rooms will please come to 008. And CE students will proceed to room number 203 for their next session. I request the parents to please exit now. These sessions are for the students, so it's not necessary for the parents to be attending it. Students, please settle down quickly as we are late for the session to start. Please settle down, students. I hope all the CSE and EXTC students from room number 103 and 203 have come. There's place at that end also. Yeah, as we begin with the next session, I would like to invite Professor Soumya Vandit ma'am to please give a short introduction of our next session speaker, Dr. Rani.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so hello everyone. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Rani. Dr. Santosh Rani has an experience of working as a corporate trainer and consultant. Just a moment. Hello. I just checked audio. Hello, mic check. Sorry. So once again, greetings everybody. I would like to introduce Dr. Santosh Rani here. Dr. Rani has an experience of working as a corporate trainer and consultant at esteemed organizations like TUV SCT and Bureau Veritas. He has facilitated 450 plus business excellence projects in top multinational corporations. He has trained 500 plus Lean Six Sigma professionals and 2,500 plus participants in other areas of quality and business excellence. He is also the recipient of 14 awards, which includes SAE India Foundation Champion Award, National Productivity Award, and Best Research Paper Awards. He is the governing board member of SAE India Mumbai chapter and president of IIC S.P.I.T Mumbai. So Dr. Rane will be speaking on Industry 4.0 today here with us. So kindly welcome him with a huge round of applause. Over to you, sir.
Who will operate this? Who will operate? Who will operate this? So it's manually. I'll ask somebody. If you stand over there, just he'll tell you. Okay. You be seated. You tell him. Be seated. Good morning to everyone. I didn't get the response. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. That's great. Already, all of you have received precious inputs from the dignitaries, and you have entered in the new life in campus, one of the most vibrating campus in heart of Mumbai, was one of the most sought out campus life in heart of Mumbai. And you will really enjoy the 4 years of this vibrant campus life, which will groom your personality to the highest possible level, based on which you will be placed in the corporate world at the top positions. Nice to get this opportunity to talk to you. I'm first sincerely thankful to management of S.P.I.T, our beloved principal, Dr. B.N. Chowdhury sir, and Dr. D.M. Patil sir, and entire team of S.P.I.T for giving me an opportunity to talk to you, the young budding engineers, on the very first day as a first session. It is indeed a privilege to be associated with the intelligent minds like you. Now, I received the responsibility to talk on one of the most important topic, and that is Industry 4.0, where in Industry 4.0, I tried to select blockchain and IoT as the important technologies, and I would like to talk on how the blockchain and IoT is going to transform the business operations, maybe in the manufacturing world, maybe in the service world, and our mankind. So I would like to take this ahead. This entire presentation is a full-length presentation. I may not touch all the slides because there are so many case studies over here along with our own research projects, what we have completed in the same. However, in the given time span of 1 hour, means approximately 1 hour was given to me, 11:30 to 12:30, but right now it is 11:52. Sorry, 11:52. So I hardly have some 50 minutes in hand, and in 50 minutes I will try to touch some of the important points in a best possible manner, and I will try to go through the case studies and the projects what are completed by our research teams. This is the complete presentation outline where you can see that there are total 16 plus case studies available in the different business and particularly the social life. So we will start with what is definition of the blockchain, what is evolution of the blockchain structure, traditional business operations, and the pain points, how blockchain can address the pain points of the business, and so on. Okay, then we will have some of the cases with reference to how the blockchain will try to avoid the frauds and how blockchain will be giving the security to the systems. Okay, next. So dear friends, before starting with what is blockchain as such, first let me give you the idea with reference to what is Industry 4.0. As all of you have taken the admission in the circuit branches, particularly all of you are quite aware about what the Industry 4.0 is all about. Industry 4.0, this concept has been tossed in Hannover in 2011 in Germany. It was a conference where this concept was launched, and this particular Industry 4.0 basket has the different technologies like IoT, IIoT, blockchain, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, hybrid reality, then simulation, robotic process automation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. So there are 13 plus different technologies which are there in the basket of Industry 4.0. And this Industry 4.0 is going to change the user experience. How it is going to change the user experience? Particularly, whether the computers were not available before 2011, what is the basic difference between the industry 3.0 and industry 4.0? The basic difference lies in the connectivity. In industry 4.0, there are the three important dimensions. One is instrumentation, second, it is interconnectivity, and the third, it is the intelligence. So when I talk about the instrumentation, it means placing, mounting, installing the smart sensors on the different components of the system to capture almost all kind of a data. So it may be temperature, pressure, speed, surface, surface texture, wavelength, vibrations. You just name the parameter, physical parameter. That parameter is going to be captured by using the smart sensors, which are located in a XYZ orientation on the different components of the machine. This particular data, whatever is captured, this data is sent to the cloud through the IoT gateway and the edge computing. At edge computing, it is analyzed to know whether there is any variation from the standards. If the variations are beyond acceptable limit, then immediately the signal is created, the beep sound is created, and the inputs are given to control the system in such a way that no further defectives are produced, or particularly the rectification, modification action has been taken. Okay. So edge computing analyze the data before it is sent to the cloud. Then this data is sent to the cloud through the IoT gateway, where the data is stored. So you just imagine like Amazon or Walmart, how many number of customers are there? There are millions of customers across the world from the different countries. Now, if we say on an average, one single customer buy 10 items per year, I say only 10 items, 10 items per year, then you imagine how many number of items has been purchased and how many number of purchase orders have been created. And for every single item, there are the typical specifications, there are the typical customer requirements, there are typical customer preferences. Based on those preferences, the product or typical that goods has been selected. So imagine how much is the data being created. Agree? So this huge data is being collected at the cloud, and this data is being analyzed, okay, with the help of a big data analytics, where when we say big data, it has the another three important dimensions. It has the high volume, high variety, and high velocity. So when the data has all these three important characteristics, we say that it is a big data, okay. And today, this industry 4.0 big data analytics has a power to analyze such kind of a data, okay. So at cloud, particularly the huge data is being captured, which is collected from the different sources, and that data is being analyzed consistently, continuously in a real time, okay. That gives the decision based on the real time. So what I wanted to convey is, what is the basic difference between industry 3.0 and industry 4.0? The basic difference lies in the real time data. In industry 3.0, the computers were available. When we studied 30 years back, at that time also the computers were available. But what made the difference? The difference is in the interconnectivity in a real time. So the machines, the components can communicate with the other components, sub-assemblies can communicate with the other sub-assemblies, assemblies can communicate with the other assemblies, machines can communicate with the other machines, one production line, one service line can communicate with the other service line, one platform can communicate with the other platform, one organization can communicate with the other organization, and all these communications are happening in a real time, okay. So that is the master key. In industry 4.0, everything is happening in a real time. So right now, I am conducting this particular session. this particular data is being captured and that data is being visualized by the parents from their home. That may be the possibility. I really do not know at what level of service we are working at this moment, but that is the possibility. Okay? Or it is being streamed in a, particularly YouTube streaming, live streaming, something like that. So all the stakeholders who are interested, they can refer what is going on in the conference hall at S.P.I.T in the part of the induction program. Okay? So the interconnectivity that matters. That interconnectivity came into existence in Industry 4.0. Okay? So I talked about the three important things. One, that is the instrumentation part, that is called as the sensorization. So almost all kind of a data can be captured. And let me tell you, my dear friends, as per the survey conducted by the top organizations, only 5% of the data on this planet is captured as on today. It means 95% of the data is not captured till today because we have the limitation of installing the different sensors at the different locations on the different components to capture the data. Because installation of the sensor, that is a very, very difficult task. We need to install those sensors at the right location in XYZ orientation to capture the data. So 95% of the data is not captured. So you can imagine if we capture the whole data, what will be the scope for the data analytics, data science, and the engineers needed for managing the data. Can you imagine? And this is the truth. People may be talking something different, okay, fine, but these are the realities. So huge amount of the data is still not captured because of the real-time limitations of installing the sensors on the different assets. Okay. Now let us come back to the three important things what I talked about. One is the instrumentation, that is sensorization, installing the smart sensors for capturing the data. Second, interconnectivity, basically communication between the two machines, two organizations, two supply chains, two business. Okay. Third, it is the real-time data analysis, particularly the intelligence based on the real-time data analysis. So the business intelligence, using the data analytics, using the using the big data analytics, that is going to make the change. So these three things, 3I, have changed the world. Okay. Because of this, we say that Industry 4.0 had changed the user experience. Now, this is all about the Industry 4.0, but and people are adopting the Industry 4.0 for changing the entire manufacturing world, changing the entire service industry, changing the entire projectized industry, and giving the new experience to the customers, new experience to the users. Fine. So dear friends, Industry 4.0 is going to change our life, whether we like or we do not like, that doesn't matter. But it is going to change our life. Okay? So naturally, when there is a change, there are positive dimensions and there are the challenges also. Okay? So there are challenges available over here. We want the ubiquitous connectivity. And for establishing the ubiquitous connectivity, we need the continuous source of electricity. Unfortunately, till date, in many locations of nation, you will find that there is no continuous supply of the electricity. There are some limitations because of the power generation limitations. Okay? And there are some issues with reference to the maintenance. Okay. So that is a different part of the story. What are the so many different challenges? This is one of the challenges. Okay. Apart from that, there are the issues with reference to what to share and what not to share. Agree? So when everything is being connected, try to understand, it is a big risk. Nobody has a personal life. Okay? Whatever is being done, everything is being shared. It means there is no personal life. Okay? Because of that, particularly there is a big challenge with reference to what should be the digital policy, okay? What to share, what not to share. So there are some different dimensions connected with the data sharing. When we talk about the connectivity, there are other dimensions also available, like the personal health data. People are not ready to share the personal health data to the outside world. So there are the challenges. When we talk about sharing, yes, there are the challenges, okay? So when we see that everything is very nice, everything is flying, yes, something is also there which must be worried about, okay? Fine. So I would like to take you through the journey of blockchain IoT enabled business operations today. Blockchain, it is one of the most beautiful technology available in the basket of Industry 4.0, and it is a recording technology. Particularly, it establishes the cryptographic signature whenever any transaction happens. Okay? So, whenever any kind of a transaction is happened, when a particular activity is happened, for that particular activity, the information block in the form of a hash block that is created. That hash block is a result of the cryptographic signature. And this hash block has its own code, and it is linked with the previous hash block, with the previous hash block code. So because of this, it is just impossible to remove the information from the existing linkages of the hash blocks. And that's why whenever the operations are going on, the hash blocks are created. These hash blocks are storing the important information, and that particular information cannot be manipulated, cannot be tampered, cannot be changed, cannot be modified by anyone. If at all somebody is interested to change it, then it is extremely effort intensive, it needs huge time, and it is very, very expensive, okay? So time, effort, and money, these three things have to be invested to change the information uploaded on the blockchain, okay? So it is not advisable to change it, okay? Particularly, and other thing is that when one stakeholder want to change it, let us say I uploaded particular information, I want to change it, I need the permission of other smart contract players, which technically may not be possible. I may not get the permission from the other stakeholders. Other stakeholder means other contract players. Other contract players will not agree to remove the hash block which was already generated. So nobody is going to give you the permission to do that. Hence we say that when it is done finally. Nobody can change it, okay? And that's the way of creating the records. So whenever in the organizations, the transaction happened, the activity happened, that activity is uploaded on the blockchain in the form of a hash block, and it is permanent over there. Nobody can change it. That's what we wanted to convey. Fine. So here it is a digital, particularly decentralized ledger technology, where it is different from the centralized technology. In centralized, we have the group admin, okay, and the admin control the transactions happen. Particularly, it is a decentralized one, it's a distributed one, where there are no admins, okay. Next. Fine. So this particular blockchain technology, it was tossed in 2008 by in the form of a Bitcoin introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto, and then it has taken the different updates and the versions, and now it is being used all over the world for creating the records and maintaining the records necessary. Okay? Even universities and the institutions can have their own blockchain to maintain the records of the students, okay, and the employee records. Fine. Next. So this is the example of the hash block where we have, let us say that a particular transaction happened. This transaction is converted into the cryptographic signature in the form of a hash block. This hash block has its own code, and it also has the code of the previous hash block. So when the process starts at the initial level, at that time there is a default hash block. Okay? With that default hash block, the entire chain continues. Fine. Next. Now, where this blockchain play an important role in our entire business operation. For any business, basically there are some transactions. Either the goods are received and the goods, particularly the material is processed, the value is added, and final product is given to the customer. Or some kind of services are offered to the customer. Okay? Now, where in managing the business, basically, there are 4 important questions. Even in our personal life, when I want to buy some food stuff, for example, I have to ask 4 important questions. First, where did this food packet come from? What is the source of this food packet? Okay. Second, what is it composed of? Okay. What are the constituents? The third important is it what it says it is? It is declaring that this is a particular butter paneer matar, but it is something different than that. Is it what I asked for? Is it the same thing what I asked for? So dear friends, this is something important. There was one famous case that was Red Bull. You might have heard about it. They say that if you consume it, you will get the wings. Okay? And a citizen sued that company for some billions of dollars. I shall also give you one opportunity. Okay? There is one product available in the market that is called as a Matar Paneer. Okay? One of you can take this advantage. Any one of you. This is a beautiful opportunity what I am offering on the first day, first session. I have so many such kind of examples. That Matar Paneer is available in the market saying that it is Matar Paneer. Okay? If you open it, it is a masala for Matar Paneer. Okay? It doesn't declare that it is masala. It declares that it is Matar Paneer. So if you go to the court, then you can also earn some billions of dollars. Okay? That is possible. Chalo, theek hai. On a lighter note, let us come back to our industry 4.0. So, when I purchase any stuff, I must know these 4 important characteristics. And without having the appropriate information of these 4 important characteristics, any kind of a transaction is not the correct transaction, not a sound transaction. Or if you are not giving the due attention to this, then we cannot say that it is a sound transaction. Agree? Fine? So when industries work, they need this kind of information. They need this kind of a visibility. They need this kind of a transparency. This visibility, transparency taken together is called as a traceability. Okay? So this traceability can be established only when we have the IoT blockchain embedded systems, particularly IoT blockchain enabled systems available with us. So because of IoT, we will be capturing the real-time data, and that data is available on the cloud for the analysis purpose in real time. And because of the blockchain, we ensure that the data is uploaded and nobody can manipulate it. So the data is available and it can be accessible to all the players of the smart chain, blockchain, all these blockchain smart contract players. And these players can access this data 24/7, 365 days from any location of this world. Okay? Because by using IoT blockchain enabled business operations, it is possible to access this data and come to conclusion that everything is going on as per the requirements. And whenever any deviation takes place, all the stakeholders like supplier, original equipment manufacturer, warehouse manager, distributor, retailer, then a customer, then a user, all these are the players of the blockchain smart contract. They are the members. They have signed the smart contract. So each one of them can access the data based on the smart contract terms and conditions. Okay? So any deviation from the standard or any mischievous activity or any wrong thing, whatever happened, can be easily noticed by others. Okay? That's the beauty of the blockchain enabled infrastructure. Next. Now imagine that why we are emphasizing on this blockchain. Now all of us have experienced the pandemic, okay? At least observed pandemic, okay? And we are fortunate that we are here and we see this world today. Dear friends, pandemic is still continued. Huh? Please remember my own student, I'm working in SPC, my own student suffered due to COVID last week. Last week, he was hospitalized. Pandemic is continued. The different variant. Doctors don't know how to treat. Okay. Already, almost 2 lakhs of rupees paid, and doctors are still struggling. These are the facts of the life. Huh? Try to understand what I wanted to convey. Now, we will talk about what is the role of the blockchain. Dear friends, in pandemic, the vaccine shots were given to the citizens. Agree? In spite of taking the vaccine shots, some of the citizens suffered due to the COVID. Do you agree with this statement? Say yes, say no. Huh. Why these things happen? There may be the reason. I don't say that this is the only reason. There are other reasons also. One of the reasons is that whenever the vaccine is produced, right from the event of production to the event of vaccine injected in the body of a citizen, this event, this particular journey of the vaccine, this journey is to be done in the temperature of 2 degree to 8 degree as per the Department of Biotechnology, India. Okay. So the vaccine temperature must be maintained from 2 degrees centigrade to 8 degrees centigrade, right from the first event to the last event. And while the vaccine is moved from the first event to the last event, there are the high possibilities that because there are so many players available. Okay, vaccine is moved from one location to another location, from a hospital to nurse, multiple players are involved in this. There is a very high possibility that the vaccine has been taken out of this temperature band. And when the vaccine has been taken out of the temperature band, then vaccine has lost its effectiveness. Have you understood what I wanted to convey? Even if the temperature is reduced less than 2 degrees centigrade, the vaccine lost its effectiveness. Because of this, in spite of taking the vaccine shots, some of the citizens suffered due to the COVID. Understood? So we must have the appropriate mechanism which will give us the idea whether the vaccine was stored throughout its journey in a temperature band of 2 degree to 8 degree. Whether we had this mechanism? No. We did not have this kind of a mechanism. Till today we don't have this kind of a mechanism. Agree? So how we can address this particular challenge? We can address this particular challenge by using the technology like blockchain. Okay? So by using the blockchain for keeping the records of all these transactions and all the temperature throughout the journey, we can ensure that whatever the vaccine is being injected in the citizen's body, that was maintained throughout its journey in the given temperature band, and it has its own effectiveness. Have you understood what is the real requirement of the blockchain technology? Say yes or no. Good. एक minute. Now, in a normal circumstances, you will see that these are the In the normal circumstances, you will see that these are the players available in the healthcare supply chain. So we have the raw material suppliers, the production of the drugs, then the distributors of the drugs, then pharmacies or the hospitals, and the patients. So patient cannot directly talk to the distributor, or patient cannot directly talk to the production. Agree? Or patient cannot access the data of the production. Am I right? Patient really do not know whether the quality is really maintained or not. Agree? So if there are some deviations in the quality, if there are some deviations from the standard operating procedures, patient really do not know whether such things happen. Agree? Now, in blockchain IoT enabled infrastructure, particularly the smart contract players are available in this fashion. Back kar usko. So here we have the players like the pharma company, logistics service provider, third party logistics service provider, then pharmacy or the hospitals, then raw material supplier to the company for production, then distributor, then the actual production, patient, and the government board which regulate all the healthcare standards. Agree? So these are so many different players in the system for running the show. Now, if one of the player is interested to talk to any player in the system, it is technically possible by using the blockchain IoT integrated architecture for such kind of a business. Okay? And whatever is being done, everything is transparent. Okay? So data is accessible by every single player. So government, particularly the government which regulate the business, that understand that particularly everything, whatever is being done, it is perfect as per the required standards, and the efforts needed for the regulations are reduced dramatically. Is it correct? Because nobody will dare to deviate from the standards. If there is a deviation from the standard, immediately it is noticed and it is recorded permanently. His entire business is at the stake. Am I right? So nobody can take the risk from deviating from the standards. Agree? Similarly, here other stakeholders can see what is happening at the different stakeholders. Okay? And particularly the real-time data can be accessed and whatever is being accessed, that is available permanently. It is recorded permanently. Nobody can manipulate it. That's the beauty of blockchain IoT integrated architecture for such kind of the business. I hope you are taking it in the right spirit. Yes? Huh. Next. Now let us look at what is the significance of the blockchain for addressing the healthcare supply chain, healthcare business operation. Almost 250,000 children are officially killed because of the fake drugs in the international market. It is 250,000 children are killed due to the fake drugs. It's a very, very big number. Okay? So fake drugs, that is a big problem at the international level. Okay? And we are also not something different than them. Please take a note of this. Okay? So, particularly if you see, almost 1 lakh to 1 million people and over 250,000 children counterfeit drugs, they are the sufferers of the fake medicine. Okay? And this counterfeit drug is a $3 billion industry across the world. So you can understand to what extent these people are, particularly antisocial elements, are working. To curb these kind of wrong practices, we need the beautiful technologies like blockchain. Okay? Blockchain doesn't allow the counterfeit drug to be pumped into the supply chain of the real drugs. Okay? If the wrong material is pumped means fed in the supply chain of the real real drugs or real medicines, those things are immediately noticed and the appropriate bip sound and the alarms are created. Everybody understand it. The wrong things are fed. Okay? So it is just impossible to do any kind of a mischievous activity. Now I shall give you another beautiful example of restricting the fraud. You might have heard that the one land is sold to multiple parties. 15 days back in Navi Mumbai, one flat, that flat was particularly given on a rent to multiple parties in the span of hardly few days. And some crores of rupees were collected from the multiple parties in the form of deposits and the rent. One single flat, that particular lease and license, that agreement was prepared with multiple parties and crores of rupees were generated. That was given in the newspaper also. 15 days back, you might have read. If you read the newspaper, I don't know whether you have the time to read the newspaper. Because I've seen your PCM books and I really wonder how do you study. So do you have the time to read something different than PCM? Huh? Chalo, theek hai. Come back to our distance. So here, if somebody want to carry out some kind of a undesired activity in selling of a car, then let us say how the blockchain will curb this. Okay. Now here, this is the block 101. The blockchain transactions are like this. Dijo Auto House buys a car from the original equipment manufacturer. Original equipment manufacturer is a Tesla. Okay. The title here, when Dijo Auto House purchase the car from the original equipment manufacturer, the title holder becomes Dijo Auto House. Okay. In a normal circumstances, before the purchase of the car was owned by the company Tesla. At that time, the block was 100. Okay. So title changes from Tesla to Dijo in block number 101. Next. Now, Dijo Auto House sell the car to Carrie Campbell. So the title holder is now Corey Campbell, where the new block is generated when the transaction happened. And that new block is 102. Okay. Next. Now, Corey sell the car to Kim. Okay. So, when the Corey sell the car to Kim, particularly here you will find that the new block is created 103. Okay. All these are the cryptographic signatures. The hash blocks are in the form of a cryptographic signature. Okay. Next. Now, Corey Campbell, एक minute, just back. Corey has already sold the car to Kim. Okay. New title holder is a Kim. Okay. Now the car belongs to Kim. Okay. Now next. Now the previous owner of the car, Corey, he wanted to sell the same car on the same day to somebody else before Kim take the car to his home. Okay. So Corey sell the car to the Claire. The transaction is failed. Okay. Double spending is trying to sell the same asset twice to two different people. Next. Why the transaction failed? Because algorithm is designed to ensure prior block is the longest block, by the virtue of which the fraud is avoided, fraud is blocked. So new block for the transaction cannot be created. Okay. As the new block cannot be created, transaction is failed. Is it clear? Transaction happen only when the new block is created. Agree? Next. So why the new block was not created? Because the Corey owns the block 102 and not the 103. Agree? Corey was having the command on the block 102, not 103. Because of that, Corey was not in position to sell it. Okay? The link was not established. As the link was not established, the transaction failed. Next. Now, Corey alter the block. Corey carry out some kind of a mischievous activity. Corey alter the block 103 by changing the title holder to back to himself. Okay. Now the title changes from Kim to Corey. So he did that kind of a mischievous activity. Now Corey tries to sell the car to Steve. The transaction failed. The change in the record changed the hash block. Okay. Now hash no longer linked to the previous hash because everything is linked. Fine. The new hash block, what was created by this Corey, that was not linked to the previous one, and hence, particularly, no new block was created, and particularly because of this, the transaction failed. That is the way how the blockchain take care of curbing the wrong practices in the system. So that create a very powerful security systems for the banking, and hence all over the world banks have understood that blockchain are going to change their entire operations dramatically, significantly, and particularly financial corporations, banks, they have adopted the blockchain to the highest extent as on today. Okay? Government is also adopting the blockchain. Government of India that has also adopted blockchain in the form of a Bharat blockchain. Okay? Government of India has used Bharat blockchain for the vaccination, but not for the journey. It was for the patient's history. Okay? So whatever the receipt was given after vaccination, that receipt is the product of the blockchain enabled system. Nobody can tamper that data. Okay? So that was the first project, that was the project taken by Government of India in healthcare sector. Okay? And slowly they are going ahead. IDS is one private company that is located in US as well as in Hyderabad, and they are also working very well in blockchain, and they had a MOU with AICT for implementing the blockchain across the different sectors in India. I'm on their advisory panel for IDS. Next. Done, it's okay. So here, there are some typical advantages. One is the transparency, reduced transaction cost, security systems, open, flexible, and so on. Now in the next, madam, how much time I do have? I have some time up to 1 o'clock. Chalo, theek hai. Okay. Next. Now let us take some example, okay, with reference to the manufacturing world. Dear friends, we need all kind of people. Try to understand first. Now, you people have taken admission in engineering. I am also engineer. So we feel that engineering is a great profession. Fine. So if all 144 crore people become engineer, what will happen? Do you feel that it is a good proposal? Certainly not. So the system need all kind of people, means all kind of professions. Every profession has its own significance. Am I right? In the similar manner, the country need the manufacturing systems, manufacturing industries, as well as the service industries. You people are from the particular circuit branches, that is fine. But these circuit branches are giving the support services to whom? To service industries as well as the manufacturing industries. Agree? So we need the ecosystem. Try to understand and always try to give the due respect and the due justice to the existence of the various elements of the ecosystem. The ecosystem will harness the benefits only when every single element in the ecosystem get the appropriate respect and the justice. Why I am saying like this? Because we have a thought कि मैं तो कंप्यूटर पढ़ने वाला हूँ, मुझे क्या लेना देना है ऑटोमोबाइल से? Okay. Dear friends, in today's condition, a car is basically a computer on the wheels. When I talk about car, it is a computer running on a road, because it is interconnected with the other cars, it is interconnected with the government organizations. One car can communicate with the other cars, one car can communicate with the other service stations. So we need this kind of a complete ecosystem. Okay. So when I say that it is automobile industry, yes, it has its own significance. We are going to play a role in that. Okay. It may be automobile industry, it may be the Airbus manufacturing industry, it may be the any other kind of a banking industry. Every single element in the system has its own significance. And you people are from circuit branches, you people will also get involved, and you will be also getting the opportunities to offer your inputs to further develop these systems. Agree? And hence, I would like to take these kind of examples. Is it clear to you all? Huh. So here, IBM, world-renowned organization, they have conducted the survey, and they understood that particularly 62% of the surveyed executives say blockchain will be a disruptive force in the automotive industry within 3 years. Another 54% of the surveyed executives expect new business models to influence the investment in the blockchain. Another 54% of the auto pioneers will implement their first commercial blockchain network at scale within the next 3 years. So this particular automotive world is one of the most promising world in India. This entire mobility engineering, this is a profession, and there is an organization called as a Society of Automotive Engineers. I will take your 2 minutes only for this. Society of Automotive Engineers is one of the most precious organization, professional organization at the world level, international level. They have their presence in the different countries, and they also have the presence in India, and we call it the same organization as a SA India. Okay. I'm on the panel of their governing board. I'm working as a vice chairman for SA India Western section. What do I propose? You people can certainly contribute significantly in developing the systems, because in the traditional fashion, we emphasize more and more on mechanical engineering, automobile engineering, and many more. But what is needed today? Today we need the computer on the wheels. Agree? Where the smart systems will take their own decisions. We need the autonomous vehicles. Okay? And for this purpose, we need the smart brains like you. We have our own Society of Automotive Collegiate Club in this campus, and I am the faculty advisor for the same. I invite you to join SAE Collegiate Club, one of the most vibrant club available. Every year we manufacture a car, and we not only car, we also manufacture, our students manufacture the car, our students manufacture the aeroplane. This year our students have secured rank number all over India. You can imagine rank number. So they are in competition with premier IITs. What you dream. IIT में नहीं मिला इसलिए इधर लिया. Agree? So our students manufacture the car, our students manufacture the aeroplane, and our students have the legacy, not only at once, have the legacy of being in the first 3, first 5 over the years. So I won't take your much time, but you can certainly talk to me and join your hands for creating the new records, because you will enjoy of creating something at the world-class level. Okay? Now let us come back to our discussions with reference to the blockchain IoT integrated architecture and use of that in the business operation. Next. Just go fast. Time both come. huh, wait, wait, wait. Huh. So for any business, these are the pain points. What are the pain points? One is the traceability. What is traceability? The transparency and the visibility. Visibility means how many players, how many participants are attending this particular session. That is called as a visibility. How many particularly, where are the remaining participants? That is called as a transparency. Understood? How many participants are attending this particular session? That is a visibility. So out of some maybe 300, some 289 people are attending. Where are the remaining? If you get that information, that is called as a transparency. Agree? So visibility, transparency taken together, that gives you the traceability. The blockchain IoT integrated architecture is capable to not only capture, but it will also create the permanent records, immutable records in the system, which can be accessed 24/7, 365 days by the blockchain contract player. Okay. So that particular traceability challenge has been addressed with the help of auditability using the blockchain. Agree? Another important dimension is the compliance, government compliance, rules, regulations, stringent rules, regulations with reference to the emissions, with reference to the carbon emissions and so on. So all blockchain transactions are time stamped on which date, at what particular time, at what particular seconds the transaction happened. These transactions are tamper proof and providing a single source of data integrity, what can be accessed by other players based on the smart contract. Then the flexibility. Every business has a big challenge with reference to the flexibility. Okay. Flexibility in terms of the volumes, in terms of the preferences. So smart contracts, continuous real-time tracking of the data is facilitated through the use of smart contract across the supply chain, by virtue of which one can take the decisions in best possible time, in a real time, and those decisions are based on the big data analytics. So those are the smart decisions, particularly the real-time decisions which are useful for creating the better business results. Agree? Next, it is the stakeholder management. In stakeholder management, particularly blockchain enables peer-to-peer interaction, which was not possible in the traditional business. I have told you that if I am a citizen and I want to talk to the distributor of a particular drug, then I can interact. I can also know in what way he is preserving the typical medicine in a cold chain. Okay. I can also talk to the supplier of the raw material necessary for manufacturing of a drug. I can understand what kind of material is being used, whether the material is as per the specifications, as per the standards or not. So all these possibilities are available based on this blockchain IoT integrated architecture. In the next few minutes, I will take you to one project completed by our research team. Fast लेके चलो, बहुत आगे लेके चलो. Go. There is a project. Just go ahead because we don't have the time. नहीं, just go ahead. Small करो इसको, मैं बताता हूँ आपको. एक मिनट. So dear friends, our research team worked on this, and particularly the research team tried to address this particular challenge. एक minute. This particular project talks about the utilization of the blockchain technology along with the IoT, which is giving a way forward for industries like manufacturing, oil and gas, engineering, construction, utilities, to redesigning the business organization. Yes. Hello. Just go ahead. 1 minute. Challenges. Just go to the challenges. These are the real-time challenges. Let us understand what these challenges are all about. There is a lack of visibility and the traceability between the stakeholders. Now, which is this organization? The client. Client is a oil industry. This oil industry has some 400 plus pumping systems located in 400 plus square kilometer area. Square kilometer area. You can imagine how much is the area. From one location to another location, per person has to reach. It's a long distance. Okay. So there are 400 plus pumping stations located in 400 plus square kilometer area, and these pumping systems are subjected to the different deviations from the standards, sometimes failures. So whenever there are the failures, then the complaint is raised, the complaint received at the control station, the work order is prepared, then the technician along with the entire toolkit and the other team members, they go to the location, they carry out the appropriate maintenance work, and then they go to the another station for the, carrying out the next work order. So in one fine day, they hardly attend 2 or 3 or 4 number of work orders depending on the complexities and the availability of the information and the transportation challenges. Try to see what is the implication of this. It's a huge area with so many pumping systems for the oil purpose, okay, oil excavation purpose. And now there's a these pumping systems are subjected to some kind of a deviations from the standards, sometimes failures. So the NCs are created, some complaints are registered for the maintenance. Okay, some maintenance requests are generated. So there are particularly whenever some issues happen, then in the whole system there is some kind of a blame game. Blame game means one party blame other party of not adhering with the standards. Okay, and then the warranty claims are generated, and organization means original equipment manufacturer, they have to pay during warranty, and that is actually the loss. Particularly customer might have abused the product, customer might have used the product in an undesired way, in an undesired field conditions which were not desired, which were not specified. Okay, because of that the product deviates from its standards, the product doesn't give the performance required, and finally the product fail. So during warranty the claim is generated and the organization suffer, because that is a loss to the manufacturer of the pumping systems. Okay, so let us understand what is happening. There is a blame game between the parties. ये तुम्हारे वजह से हुआ है. Agree? And this blame game continues for some months, and both the parties invest huge amount of precious business time in dealing with the blame game, in getting this blame game resolved. Agree? So precious business time is invested, money is invested, and nothing is out of that. There are the possibility of the data manipulations, because the technicians, they visit the particular location, they carry out the maintenance services, and in the evening these technicians come back to the control room. So in the whole day they might have given their services at 4 different locations, 4 different places. While feeding the data in the control room, they do not remember मैंने बियरिंग कौन से पंप का मैंने बियरिंग चेंज किया, कौन से पंप का मैंने इम्पेलर चेंज किया है, कौन से पंप का मैंने स्ट्रेनर चेंज किया है, या कौन सा पंप का किस टाइप का सर्विसिंग मैंने किया है. सो दे चेंज द डेटा while feeding. ओके, पर्टिकुलरली ए का स्ट्रेनर चेंज किया, वो लिखता है मैंने इम्पेलर चेंज किया. बी का उसने बीरिंग चेंज किया है, वो लिखता है मैंने स्ट्रेनर चेंज किया. सो व्हाट आई वांटेड टू कन्वे इज दिस काइंड ऑफ अ wrong information is fed into the system. There are the very high possibilities that such kind of wrong information get fed into the system. Okay, because of that further issues are created. Sometimes the complete information is not fed into the system. He carry out some 4 or 5 different activities and he feed only 3 activities. Remaining 2-3 activities is skip. So you can imagine what kind of a data issues are created. For particularly the complete data is not captured, number one. Second, whatever the data is being fed, it is not with the 100% foolproofness. So these are the issues with reference to the data handling. Then there are the irregular service and the maintenance, no visibility of the equipment, and that are vulnerable to the failure. So we really do not know. ये जो bearing है इस पंप का, ये bearing एक हफ्ते में इसका वारंटी, इसका लाइफ खत्म होने वाला है. So before it get failure, we have to replace it. This kind of a warning system is not available. Agree? Next. So this is the overview of the case study, where there is in general, there is a manual inspection. There are many challenges with reference to maintaining such kind of a systems. Then work orders are manual. Okay, these are created in enterprise applications. The job orders are created, job schedule is created, dispatch is done, and after giving the appropriate service, the data is fed into the system manually. Okay, manual work order closing in ERP. This is a existing system. Agree? Now this existing system has multiple issues with reference to the data handling, data manipulations, and the wrong data being fed, and issues with reference to the visibility and the transparency. Okay, so here you can see that there are 400 plus pumping systems located in the huge area of 400 plus square kilometer. Because of the breakdown maintenance, almost 6,500 plus hours are invested. Okay, because of this such kind of breakdown maintenance, particularly people have to run to that pumping systems immediately because the machine is not working, it is stopped. Now the maintenance has to be done in any case. So you can imagine 25,000 plus kilometers only to address the breakdown maintenance in one single year, which cost around $50 million plus. Okay, so it's a huge money. Okay, so this is the real-time business case. Now what are the challenges? Lack of automation, lack of inspection, high turnaround time, high downtime. There is no visibility for the vulnerable equipments which are subjected to failure in the near future. Then lack of safety measures and lack of asset utilizations. These are the real-time issues. Okay. Now, what is your role in addressing this particular challenge? Your role is to develop the system to address these challenges. Agree? So the first step is to mitigate the problem as defined. Then the fault tree analysis is done. Fault tree analysis is one of the most vital tool available in the domain of reliability engineering of the different equipments. So the fault tree analysis was developed with 300 events. Next, the failure data from the enterprise application was used. Then failure probabilities, those were inserted in the fault tree analysis, and the reliability was estimated. That was 4.42% for 10,000 hours of operations. It was too low. You can see the reliability of the total system. Okay. Next. So this is the way how the fault tree is prepared. One pump is divided into the different sub-assemblies like motor assemblies. Then particularly motor assembly will have the motor failure, then coupling failure, pump failure, mounting failure. Next. So that is continued. Yes. So this is called as a fault tree analysis. Okay. Now the data was collected from the ERP system. So every organization has the ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning software, that is PeopleSoft or BAN, such kind of a software available. Okay. SAP, such kind of software is available. Then Enterprise Asset Management Solutions. Okay. Then data was collected for the breakdown maintenance work orders. Now data was collected specifically related to the pumping systems. Okay. Next. Now here it was assessed that the reliability is hardly 4.42% for 10,000 hours of operation. So we wanted to improve the reliability. So how we can improve the reliability? By incorporating the IoT, by placing the sensors at the different locations on the different components of the pumping systems. So what different parameters we are going to capture for the given pumping system? These are the typical parameters like flow, pressure, vibrations, temperature, RPM, and with reference to flow, what are the effects observed? With reference to the pressure, what are the effects observed? What are the effects observed with reference to the vibration, temperature, and RPM? You can see those things. So there are the deviations from the standards. So whenever there are the deviations from the standards, there is a issue, and that issue we have to sort out. So we have identified what are the different causes of failures for all those deviations. Okay. Now here, for the given pumping system, you can see that particularly this is the industrial pump. Okay. There are the external sensors, particularly for motor temperature, shaft and bearing temperature, motor speed, then electrical signature, then number of revolutions, vibrations. All these are the external sensors. Now, the existing automation layer is also available, which will take care of the suction flow rate, delivery flow rate, suction pressure, delivery pressure, like this. Okay. And here we have the web application, handheld devices, manual offline data entry. Okay. Now, particularly here, this data is captured with reference to all the different parameters using the smart sensors, and that data is sent to the cloud through IoT gateway and edge computing. At the edge computing, the data is analyzed prior to sending it to the cloud. If there are the deviations from the standards, immediately the decisions are taken, the beep sound is given, light is given, and based on that, the actions are recommended, okay, to rectify it. At IoT, particularly, the huge data, whatever is being collected, that is being analyzed in the real time to take the inference. Based on that inference, we can imagine to have the benefits in terms of the business results. Okay. So big data analytics will play a role in handling the data with a high volume, high velocity, and high variety. Fine. So let's move ahead. By doing this, the reliability of the system has been increased to 51.46% for 10,000 number of operations. So this is the way how the research team has IoTized the systems and improved the reliability of the system, by virtue of which there are the projected business results in terms of money. Okay, so with these few words, I would like to stop over here. I hope that you have enjoyed the session. Yes?
Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Rane, for taking the time to share his valuable insights and expertise with us today. Your enlightening presentation has provided us with a deeper understanding and new perspectives. Your passion and commitment are truly inspiring, and we are grateful for the opportunity to learn from your experiences. We appreciate the effort you put into preparing and delivering this engaging and informative presentation. Your presence here has enriched our knowledge and sparked meaningful discussions. I'm sure our students will be motivated and use this knowledge to aspire to great success. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, students. With this, we are ending our second session. After, yes, sir.
With your permission.
Yes, sir.
If there are any questions, I'm ready to answer. Are there any questions? Any question from your side? Okay. You can contact me. I'm available in the same campus. I'm working in Department of Mechanical Engineering, and I'm very good friend of your head of the department, Dr. D.M. Patil. So you can talk to him. I'm available with him. No worries. Secondly, I invite you to join SAE Collegiate Club, one of the most fascinating club for creating the records. Now, if you believe in records, you can join us. That will give the really different kind of a exposure to create something great. Okay? While entering, you might have seen our students have secured the first position. Agree? In the similar fashion, you can also join the winning club and you can also create the records. Fine. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. And students, I hope you have got the message, and please come forward and join the club, as sir has said. With this, we end our second session for the day. You will be having a lunch break till, I think it is till 1:30. CSE and EXTC students will be reporting back to the same room 008. And CE students will be reporting, CE1 students will go to room number 103, and CE2 group will go to room number 203 for the next session. Right? So please take your lunch break and report by 1:30 for the next session. Yeah. Thank you.